Hello. Now, let's talk about movies throughout the years that you and I have watched. Some movies are pretty good movies, some movies are just your like an average movies, and some movies are gonna make you think like, why would I have wasted my time and money in this piece of shit? Now we're gonna be talking about that kind of a movie because it's fun. It's gonna be a garbage movie, incoherent movie, and worst of all, bad acting in general. It's gonna be a Steven Seagal movie. Let's get started into this video, and here we go. Code of Honor is the Steven Seagal movie where he was finally able to show the world that no matter what you may think about him,
murderers, robbers, rapists, dealers, pedophiles,
his movies will always be dog shit.
Just like old Tom's, huh?
It starts off with how Seagal thinks drug deals happens, with 30 guys standing around with automatic weapons and in an open area right next to a public road. Real subtle, guys. This is when we get to see the theme of the movie. Something that looks that it might actually be watchable before doing a 180 and insulting everyone. Seagal starts taking these criminals out in a semi-believable way. But just when you think Seagal has finally accepted he's an obese man pushing 70 and nobody's buying him as a ninja anymore, he goes and does this. God damn it, Seagal. That's the stupid. Here comes the insulting. Really, Seagal? We're supposed to believe this is you? Then we get another Seagal classic. The body double used to just stand there. This is like 2 full seconds and the audience can see his face. What the fuck, man? We then see the police and the crime scene.
Special Agent William Porter.
Seagal's formal protege who just likes to tell the audience how awesome Seagal is.
Smoking cigars now. And I thought he was perfect.
He is there to help out the police, who have no chance of bringing in Seagal by himself. Now that's just out of the way. We get to see Seagal in his natural environment as a creepy old man in a strip cabal in the afternoon.
Oh, and the scary guy in the back isn't tipping.
In case you forgot how badass he is, we got an awesome shot of him blowing up the strip club, or possibly just the bathroom, as he walks away like a boss, not even reacting to it. Because it's been at least 5 minutes since he insulted the audience, we're told by the lowest budgeted news channel.
officials report that only a military-grade bomb could cause a destruction of this magnitude.
That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. But there is still 80 minutes left, and I'm pretty sure Ball can top it.
Fire boys are telling me they're pretty sure that it was a bomb.
And that took less than a minute. I'm glad we are on the same page. That was a bomb. We learned the club used to store illegal drugs and ammo for so fucking reason. Anyways, Porter sees Seagal and tries to catch up with him, but he's just too damn speedy. Now Porter finally tells the NYPD about Seagal.
His name is Colonel Robert Sykes. Skills at hand-to-hand combat, weapons, firearms, explosives, it's unmatched.
Most importantly, he gives them this vital information.
Should we know about this guy?
Well, he doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't sleep around, and he didn't smoke either.
Thanks, dipshit. That's really fucking helpful. Seagal then executes the two guys who were already been arrested.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Which seems unnecessary. But then again, that's Seagal's specialty. Speaking of unnecessary, we then get a scene that serves an absolutely no purpose other than a filler action scene. Seagal's no win though, so it's actually half decent. We then get this very necessary scene of a hooker being thrown out of a car.
Yo, where's my money, bitch?
Seagal executes his pimp. But leaves her unharmed. I think you're supposed to sympathize with her.
I'm just doing this till I get back on my feet.
But then again, really not. This is Karen. She's a stripper that really doesn't need to be in a movie. For some stupid reason, she keeps showing up. Here, the mafia thinks she has something to do with the strip club bombing. Why? Because after the police blew up, the investigator asked her some questions.
Well, you might want to talk to her. She was here earlier today.
That's definitely suspicious. So, whatever. They thought that was bullshit, so they tried to kill her. Luckily, Porter shows up at the exact same moment for reasons that are never explained.
It's not a good time.
Never is.
And kills these guys, even though his gun is clearly empty. After killing 2 more times in the alley with his magical gun, he's just about to be killed himself when he is saved by the worst CGI in the worst history. So Seagal shows up and talks some shit.
What's wrong with you, man? You slipping. But you can't check your six.
Which is pretty ballsy, considering he's the one who's responsible for this shit show of a movie, before blowing everyone's mind by asking the deepest question one human has ever asked another.
Would you give your life to save the world if nobody knew you did it?
Boom! Anyways, we're supposed to believe that violent crime in New York has been eliminated due to Seagal's actions.
There hasn't been a violent crime reported in almost a week.
Once again, proving that you never announce that something is the dumbest thing that you ever heard, but there's still time left in a Seagal movie. In this next scene, Seagal finally proved his critics wrong. Not only is he the greatest action star of all time, but he can write Oscar award-winning dialogues.
I really need some.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Come on, I'll suck your dick.
I don't know, the last time you fucking chewed it all up with those teeth.
If you're telling me you don't have goosebumps right now, then you're a goddamn liar. I have no idea why Seagal decided these guys needed to die. That guy is literally just sitting there. Why the dick shot? And why does he ever shoot the woman? The Seagal works in mysterious ways. Seagal then sets up a meeting with the porter. He goes in with a wire. Turns out, this entire meeting was completely pointless. Seagal just says some really hurtful things to Porter.
You had a beautiful wife and a son who loved you. You lied, you cheated, and my wife was ripped away from my life Yours left you on their own free will because you were such a son of a bitch. If I'm the bad guy, what does that make you?
Then tells him,
Sitting on a chair that has a bomb underneath it, the one that goes boom when you stand up.
we then get an entire action scene where Porter has to stay in his chair. Seagal found out so inspiring that to this very day he does all his scenes sitting down.
You're bothering me!
Carrie then shows up at the police station to report the shootout in her apartment.
So who killed the men in your apartment and outside your building?
Agent Porter.
You remember all those people that were killed several days ago? Well, she finally found time in her busy schedule to report this mass killing, and nobody seems to give a shit. To be fair, it's a Seagal movie, so clearly nobody does give a shit. Anyways, Porter doesn't really work for the FBI.
What about Porter?
Who's Porter?
I want to say that's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard, but there's still 20 minutes left, so I'll just say it's the dumbest thing I've heard yet. The movie takes the nonsensical twist to make you question if Seagal's character even exists, which all leads to this final showdown on top of the building for no reason.
What took you, man? I've been waiting up here all this time.
This fight is comedy gold. Seagal actually thinks he looks good here. First, it's a knife, not a sword. Waving around like that makes you feel like an idiot. And second, nobody believes that this is you. You're embarrassing yourself. But it gets better. When the FBI helicopter comes around, this is what Seagal does. There is no way a 70-year-old, 300-pound man walks away from that. Anyways, to top the scene off, we either get the worst CGI you have ever seen of the FBI, or the FBI are fucking Jedi. It's a Seagal movie, so everything seems okay. Then, for reasons that aren't explained, Seagal blows up the entire floor of the building. So, what Seagal made up by Porter, like the usual suspect? Was Seagal an alternate personality like Fight Club? Or did they both exist? Since it's the end of the movie, Seagal can finally go all out with being as the dumb as possible. It's turned out it was Porter that was never existed.
Said his name was Robert Sykes. There wasn't a William Porter.
Even though the army sent over their files with their fucking pictures. This is literally the only resolution that can possibly be true, and it's what Seagal goes with. Fuck you, Seagal. I guess that's pretty much it. If you like this video, like, comment if you want to share some views, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers!